Aloha, friends and neighbors. Roland Frost here. I'm going to do some work for you. I'm an astrologer living on the Kona coast of Hawaii. Oh boy, was I glad to be back after my mainland trip. A little more on that later. For now, we're going to cover this last week of February 2015 in detail in the sky mirror. And I'm reminded that the prior full moon here is at 14 Leo, which trined Uranus at 14 Aries. So you're in a month when unusual, interesting, neat, new things can happen. Yeah, and Aquarian ideas from Uranus, which has been taking a beating. Of course, the square from Pluto. The police are beating up the homeless guy. I had American Airlines land me home in Kona, and instead of fishtailing, the end of the plane hit the cement, whack, like a whale hits the ocean to make a sound. And I was in the very back, sitting on my sore L5. So I've been down with back pain for a while, but can't hold Uranus down very far. You're seeing a pretty good month of it. Uranus is having a good time because Jupiter is in trine to Uranus. There's a lot of new, interesting historical things and wisdoms popping out. It's almost a month of Benjamin Franklin kind of stuff, huh? More on that later. Anyway, I want to get through the sky mirror here for you so you know what's coming up for the next 10 days. And I got the pattern of planets. Saturn's still squaring Neptune. The sun is in the Neptune zone, okay? So all this Pisces stuff, priest, artist, doctor, musicians, come fill the cup. Oh yes, fracking is okay. The oil companies run the world. No, it's the Pope. No, it's the doctors. No, it's the drugs. Anyway, it can get very foggy as the sun goes by Neptune. Neptune has a way of clouding things up and slowly dissolving them. 2,000 years of the age of Pisces. I mean, Neptune can be a very tricky customer. He can be true blue, Jesus Christ, yes. Wonderful musicians. But he can also be very tricky. There's two of these fish. The key to understanding Neptune is it's a mutable water sign. They're very telepathic in the emotional way and sensitive to emotions. Mutable is changeable. There's two little fish, in the sign of Pisces, and one of them is Jesus and the other one is a pickpocket. So, word to the wise. Towards the end of next week, the sun will be on Neptune. See, the sun's going from 1 to 11. Neptune's at 7 Pisces. More on that later. In comes Saturn and 5 Sag, squaring Neptune, saying, we've had enough of this business of the oil and the drugs and we're talking about prescription drugs are killing more people on the Big Island than car crashes are. And the suicide rate climbs. And our medical system is a joke. Sorry, I'm getting political. Much too early. We're going to run the moon around the edge of this planetary pattern. And as it does so, it goes around once a month. It makes angles to these various planetary bodies, and that generates the mood of the times. So, here we go. If you're on a Thursday show, moon's in Pisces. You go back to, Wednesday morning, Tuesday night before the show, and there was the moon going by Neptune. And anyway, you'll have the flavor of Pisces. It's like, can be beautiful things, the ocean and the colors of the fish and the bird feathers, and I love Neptune. Colors of nice red wine. Anyway, stays like that through Friday, the middle of the day. And then on the 20th, the moon shifts into Aries and everything kind of changes. Now, you may not notice it too much that it's going to get a little herky-jerky because here's Mercury and Saturn in harmony, and there's quiet thought and organized movement and thought works very well here on Friday in the afternoon and evening. You get to Sunday and everything kind of changes a bit. Oh, wait a minute, I went right by Venus and Mars. Look at that. What did Ben Franklin say? When Venus and Mars in conjunction lie, young maids, whatever is asked of you, deny. He's counseling Venus not to have sex. Why? Well, I think sex hurts. So here's another chance for you to experience that. I'm joking, of course. There's a lot of energy here. Romeo and Juliet come together. But I trust Ben Franklin's advice. When does that happen? Well, 29 degrees of Pisces is back here. That's actually Friday morning. The moon goes by Venus and by Mars. They're sitting right in here. So, stay in bed late, yeah, and have responsible interchange. That's all I got to say about it. Saturday morning, you're not going to feel too good. It feels like everybody needs help. The moon really early. We're talking 3-4 o'clock a.m. here. Moon goes by the south node. Look, we all feel like we need help. And things are starting to get amplified, amped up. Are we going to have more hurricanes, more earthquakes? No, not likely, folks. We have a good full moon giving power to to Uranus. And Uranus is the ruler of the Aquarian age. Here's brotherhood. Here's unions. People are standing up. They're out in the streets with signs. No, they don't even have to now. They got the media. Wonderful age of Aquarius. Yeah. I'm watching war movies this morning. I don't understand. I call them the Bing Hope generation. They were raised on movies and alcohol, and they were very easy to get into the mood of go to war against their. Well, it was happening all over the world. There's a generation, like Jesus said, an evil generation, a World War II bunch. You still watch their movies and they aggrandize war. Too bad. Put all hippies in jail for smoking pot. And there's still some of them going on, but you're going to see a lot of the bubbles burst here on Saturday as the moon's going by Uranus, trining Jupiter. And the lawyers and the justice and the truth and wisdom come out, bang, and suddenly you see things a little differently. You mean Benjamin Franklin was actually an astrologer? Somebody covered it up? Yes. Is that any different than what Sanjay Gupta said? We've been terribly and systematically misled about pot for 70 years, he said. Well, we've been terribly and systematically misled about astrology. Since Ben Franklin's time. He said, shame to the age we live in for having dumped astrology. Just the experts, a few experts did it, he said. Okay, I'm done. Revolutionary time Saturday. Enjoy yourselves. Get into social media. Get on the internet. Realize that you might feel a little alone as the moon goes by there in the middle of the day, but, you're not. We're all the same inside spirit, and you find that out pretty fast on the internet. Anyway, where's all the trade unions? We need more unions. That's Uranus stuff. That's what the politicians in the government fear the most, isn't it? Saturn buggers. The vibes continue right through Sunday afternoon when finally the moon shifts into Taurus, and you're going to get the other side. Here's Sunday night, the sun and Neptune. Oh yeah, let's go watch some more MGM war movies. And all the guys were all religious, and they're all happy with each other, and everybody's killing. Jeez. So, you'll probably see some commercials by drug companies, insurance companies, oil companies, Sunday night, Monday morning. Beware, there are two little fish there. Good time for real religion, but, is snake oil real medicine? Yeah, it was. If it was real snake oil. Monday, moon's still in Taurus on the 23rd. In the morning, there's some problems in communication with Mercury and square. And then Jupiter, we're talking too much. Everybody's talking too much. It kind of goes through Monday. But there's some decisive discovery from the trine to Pluto in the afternoon. Not too bad. I like Taurus. Of course, I'm Taurus rising, huh? Here's Tuesday the 24th, and you continue in Taurus till you get to dinner time or so, and then it shifts into Gemini. And all the vibes change again. We're in a mutable air sign now. Here's Mars and Venus together. What, Wednesday morning, late Tuesday night. Good time for romance. Oh, wait a minute. Remember what Ben said. Be careful. Because here, also, Wednesday, Mars and Venus come along first. Let's go party and be romantic, and isn't that wonderful? And then Saturn and the Sun come in, and Neptune all in square. And you realize you might have been seduced into something you don't like. And it gets cold fast, and you're late, and you shouldn't have stayed in bed, and your boss is ticked off at work. So everything sobers up kind of fast Wednesday. By the time you get to breakfast, it could be cold and sober. Kids are happy. Wednesday afternoon and evening, Mercury and Uranus are happy. There's more enlightenment. Oh, there's Jupiter, real enlightenment. Here's another time when Uranus is going to speak out. The spirit of common sense. That's what it's all about. And I love it. I'm a Uranus boy. I admit it. So this is a good time for studying a little astrology. Wednesday night, the 25th. Continues through Thursday. Moon still in Gemini. Good time for reading, writing, moving. Moon shifts into Cancer Friday on the 27th. And here's, now Mars and Venus aren't happy here Friday night. No. There's bickering, squabbling, trouble. Here's the Sun and Neptune. Oh yeah, let's go all get drunk together. Uh-oh. We got Venus in trouble with Mars. No, I wouldn't let my daughter out on a night like this on Friday the 27th. No, Friday night. Continues through Saturday in the morning, and you're going to hit that Uranus-Pluto square. Thankfully, it's not engaged with a lunation right now, but still, there's sensitivity to policing. Police up anything that doesn't belong there. That's anti-Uranus talk, huh? If it's not, anyway, throw all those gypsies in jail. Shaky Saturday, okay? Very shaky. Difficult Friday night. Could have some power losses and difficulties in getting around and things here. Friday and Saturday, probably stormy on the mainland again. Continues through the beginning of Sunday, and finally Sunday afternoon the moon shifts into Leo. Starts to change a little bit. And up ahead of you here on Monday, the 2nd of March, enlightenment, pleasure, fun, wonderful time. That's when you have your party.